the class of 2016 was in second grade, Meriden celebrated its bicentennial. Each student in my class was told to draw a Meriden landmark for a quilt that was being made. My first choice was Les's, because there's truly nothing better than Les's, but of course that was already taken. So I chose the next best thing I could think of, Francis T. Maloney High School. Of course, though, it looked a little different back then. I drew Maloney because I thought it was cool that we shared a last name, because I knew that one day I'd be a Spartan, and because I'd heard they were pretty good at basketball. My 8-year-old self never imagined that Maloney would come to mean so much to me. The class of 2016 has made a home out of this school. We've spent 720 days together, navigating the hallways, laughing in the cafeteria, and adapting to the ever-changing construction. We've spent hours at practices, rehearsals, and meetings. We've become best friends, teammates, and partners in crime. We've made memories and an everlasting impact on each other. We've learned more lessons than I think we even realize yet, and now we have seen one part of our life come to an end while watching a new part begin. Of course, we couldn't have done this by ourselves. In fact, we couldn't even afford senior year by ourselves, never mind survive the past 18 years. To the parents who always got us everywhere we needed to go, paid for the aforementioned senior year, and somehow kept us in line, thank you. To the families, brothers and sisters, grandparents, and everyone else, thank you for dealing with every annoying thing we've undoubtedly done, and for having our backs when we needed you the most. Thank you especially to my parents. To my father, who is truly the best man I've ever known, and to my mother, who has done so much to make sure I can be anyone I want to be, without ever realizing that all I really want is to be just like her. To the teachers and coaches who have taken us in as their own, thanks for putting up with us, even when the most important thing in our life is Snapchat. I don't know how you had the patience to handle us, especially this year, but I'm so glad you did, and we're all better people because of each of you. Now, to the class of 2016, thank you for making Maloney what I always hoped it would be and more. I still can't believe that we really did it, but somehow it has finally become our turn to walk across this stage. Together, we've eaten countless sprinkle cookies and one powder puff and the Stoddard Bowl. We threw a beach party and survived both Grey's Anatomy and One Tree Hill. In the last 4 years, each of us has found a place among each other. Together, we've had our last senior night, our last performance, and our last day of school. Through it all, I've learned so much from all of you. You've taught me how great toilet paper can be as a decoration, even without the tree in front of the school. And that word really does travel fast. Because of all of you, I've had the best 4 years, and honestly, strength and guidance is all that I'm wishing for my friends. But before I talk about the bright futures that I'm sure we'll all have, I want to take a second to take in this moment, to really realize our accomplishment. All the stress, all the studying, all the homework, tests, and quizzes have led to this moment. The frantic text to friends freaking out about whatever assignment was due tomorrow or next period, and everything else we've gone through here has all paid off. We're here. I just want us all to soak this in, to look around and see all the people that we love the most celebrating us, to look to our right and see the place we've grown up, to realize that right now is amazing, that this is one of the biggest days of our lives, that it's the beginning of anything we want. This could be the last time all of us are together, and I want us to be able to remember every second of this night. So please, take a second and take it in. This is all for us. That being said, I know that so many of us have been counting down the days until this moment, so I'll try not to get too emotional, although it might be too late for that. However, anyone that knows anything about me knows that the last thing I want to be doing today is graduating. For the past year, I've been trying to find a way to let go of this school that I love so much. While trying to choose a senior quote, I came across one that I've tried very hard to believe in. C.S. Lewis once said, "There are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind." He wasn't talking about high school or graduation when he said this, but I can't help but hope that this applies to us. We are leaving behind bell schedules and hall passes for a world of freedom and independence like we've never known. We're letting go of cafeteria lunches and school food and heading towards eating as we please. We'll no longer have wheelie chairs and lockers, but instead, cubicles, dorm rooms, and one day our own homes and offices. These may all seem like huge improvements, but there are other things that aren't so easy to leave behind. We'll move on from days that are entirely spent with people who have been our best friends for years. We'll hang up our cleats and uniforms and leave behind teammates who have had our backs through every win and every loss. We give up the familiarity that comes with spending 4 years in one place. We let go of the green machine and other traditions that we've been so lucky to be a part of. All of these things have been so special. I don't know what will replace them or what the future will bring us, but from what I hear, there are better things ahead. This idea makes me so confident and so excited because I can't imagine a life better than the one we've been living. I'm scared for what comes next, but I know that if it's better than the past 4 years, we're all in for an unbelievable future. I can't wait to see what all of us accomplish. It's cliche, but it's true. Among us, we have future doctors, teachers, soldiers, CEOs, and so much more. Each of us will do something, and man, I just know it'll be something special. As we move on, I hope we remember that we'll always be Spartans. I hope we all look back on these years and smile. I hope we go out into the world and do well, but I also hope we make mistakes and that we learn from them. I hope we each do things that scare us, and I hope we never stop believing in ourselves or in the beauty of our dreams. I hope we remember to stay humble and kind, and I hope we each live a life we're proud of. I know that we're ready. To the class of 2016, I've had the time of my life with you. I could never thank you enough. Congratulations, guys, we did it. And now, it is my honor to introduce our class's valedictorian, Richard Verdon.